Welcome back to another stream. So, today originally I was gonna stream earlier in the day, but I had 2 episodes left of the Dead Boy Detectives on Netflix, and I really wanted to finish that before I had to go to work today. So, I finished that, and then I was like, I get out of work a little bit earlier today since I switched to somebody, so we're gonna stream now a little bit later. Plus, I don't work till later in the afternoon tomorrow. So, alright, and today it's Supermarket Simulator. So I don't remember. I'll have to check to see if we need to buy stuff for the storage. But last part, I believe we bought the alcohol license. The first one. Or, yeah, I think it was the first one. So we don't have enough money to buy another license. But we might... I'm just looking to see if we need to order anything, which I don't think we do. Okay. Your chicken looks good. I'm just gonna go ahead and open up since we do have all cashiers and all the stockers. And I'll just check on here. Not bank. I refuse to take out a loan. Bills are all paid. We do not have room for or money for this. 24 grand. Storage is complete. License. Wait. Oh yeah, 750 because I refused to buy the cleaners until I have more room. So the next one we could actually buy would be this one because I refused to buy the cleaners. So. Oh, okay. So bills are paid. So then we can just kind of talk. See if I can remember how to use this stuff. Yeah, I think with the alcohol came these 2 chips. Or, oh, came one of these chips, I think. I think we had one of them before. And then we gotten these alcohols. And the alcohol that's right here in the hummus. So I was saving this for like sodas because as you can see, each soda has their own little section. I'll just put this in the 325. But, and like you see here, milk and juice have their own little sections. And some of the stuff is doubled up kind of like over here. Because we don't sell, I mean, I could probably do 2 of these big guys. But I don't have enough room to do another big fridge. I mean, unless I get rid of some of these empty freezers. But then I also have this one for a soda. Because I think we're getting a couple sodas. Which I do want to move this closer to over here. But I don't think we'll have enough room. Until we get another expansion. But that goes over there next time. Or I do this. Okay. Just stay with me here for a minute. Drop. See, I had to look at the controls because I kind of forgot for a minute. I'm just gonna put this outside. Over here. Okay. This is what I'm thinking. Alright. We move the alcohol down 1. Get another fridge. Maybe. Move this right there. I'm gonna order another fridge because I want to see if that'll fridge B. I want to see, because then maybe we can just move some of it over. Okay. Move this down a little bit. Never mind. Okay. Actually, I'll just put this. Okay, I don't think that'll be enough for a shelf. Or is it like just enough? It's enough for the box. Okay, no, what if I go like that? Oh. Okay. Just enough. Okay. So then, once the day is done, I'll move the alcohol and the alcohol over here. But we have 2 bottles, so we could do 1 and 1. Maybe. I'm gonna see it. Furniture products. Fridge. Yeah, so the hummus can stand its own thing. Management license. We'll need 4 things of soda for columns. We can't get that one yet. Okay, so if we move the beer over here, that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then where would we put the hummus? Because we would need a spot for the hummus. Let's say do hummus down there, because it doesn't look like there's anything there. Put the beer over here, and then I have the sodas opened up. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Do we have I don't think we have beer kegs. No, we need to order more beer. Here. Fridge. Shelf. This. Hey. What? There. Hopefully nobody can say that they couldn't find something. And the shelf beers in my little shelf storage section. And then my refrigerated beers in this aisle. Over here? Yeah, right there. So I'm gonna wait till all of these people are gone. And then we'll end the day. Until then, I'm gonna eat these, a few of these pretzel bites. I stopped at, Culver's before I came home from work. I wasn't originally gonna stop because I told myself I need to save money because with the lower amount of hours I'm getting, and if I quit my job and change jobs, I'll need a little bit of buffer money. I still went anyway because I just wanted pretzel bites. I ended up getting a whole meal because I had coupons. So I brought home the pretzel bites, so to eat during stream. They're so good. I also was going to show us some pictures I got in the mail today, but I'm not sure if I will yet. because I was not expecting them to come in the mail. And then I looked at the mail before I left for work, and I was going through it in my car. I'm like, oh, they came in today, yay! I was happy. Dang. After he checks out, $114. Nice. 5 found expensive. Okay, so nobody. Okay. Water, cheese, soda. Water, cheese, and soda. It's a water. And then soda. One of the sodas. Alright. So, let's see if I can move the beer. Oh, fridge beer is in this aisle. So what I'm gonna do is take these down, because then they'll think, oh, we don't have any more boxes in the back, and they want to stock it. So alright. I think I might have room for this box. Yep, okay. Now, that was these boys. Now they'll go through, stock that. So now we got all the beer over here, and we'll put this box away. Not that we need it right now anyway. Prosciutto fridge section. This thing. And so this is gonna go down here. It's the bigger square box. This one? This is why I like having empty boxes now. There we go. Okay. So, first thing we're gonna do is pay our bills. So, management, bills. I always like to pay these when I can remember, so I don't have to worry about them. And I know we need the beer, so I'm gonna buy... I'm just gonna buy 5 of each. Because then they can stock that. I mean, we got some, but by the time they're done stocking, that's gonna be all gone. I mean, hopefully. Today, or not today, this week, I'm also planning to do, see, tomorrow, Wednesday, like 5 or 6 other streams. I don't plan on doing one on Saturday because um, so I live in sort of a smaller town, like where there's only like 50,000 people. I mean, it's still big, but also kind of small. We usually don't like do huge things other than like a midsummer's like art festival where people from all over the country come by. And last year I think we did some like boat racing thing. But my local library is doing, I think it's their second annual Comic Con, and I think I talked about it on my last stream. I have never been to a Comic Con before, and it's like one of the things I've wanted to do since I was in high school, like since I knew what Comic Con was. And luckily for me, because I had asked off for that day so I could go, because it's in the morning, but I didn't want to feel rushed and then to go to work at night. So I asked off for the day, got off, thankfully, even though there was drama going on at work. But I want to I don't plan on streaming that day just because, like, I want to, like, just relax and, like, use it as, like, a self-care day for the Comic-Con. But I also might stream depending on what, I guess, goes on in the other streams before then. Wait, is that the right one? Yeah. And then okay, I forgot where my train of thought was gonna go. Really? So yeah, I wasn't going to plan to do a stream on Saturday, but I might just because it's Star Wars Day. I don't have any Star Wars video games that I could play. Although I don't want to plan to do any like new. I can't really say that. Not new games, but like different games that than what I've already streamed. Because I do plan on doing like 3 new-ish games to the channel. Like, well, 2 of them I have played on here before, but I kind of slacked off on the parts, and I'm just gonna restart the games from the beginning. Just because that to me makes more sense. Like, and this time I'm actually gonna stick through it. Then like I have planned on which days I want to start them too, but it also all depends on what how screwed over I get on my work schedule. So I've been getting screwed over a lot on it lately. But if I say something, they're gonna get upset, and I just keep quiet. Like at work, but then on here I talk to you guys. Not that anybody listens, but you know. You gotta get that out somehow. I have this like Sailor Moon shirt I want to wear, and I have these like hair clips that I want to put into. That and a Sailor Moon purse and some other stuff I want to put together for the outfit. Which I'm hoping it'll be pretty cool when I'm done with it. So I need the new flower. And so yeah, if I go back on topic to what I was saying before, I'd watched Dead Boy Detectives, that's on Netflix. I think it came out like 4 days ago, and I finished the season 1 today. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Like I probably will rewatch that um pretty soon. Maybe not like today, but I really liked it. And there's an actor from Supernatural in there. So it's like, I know her. Like that's this character. Like I called her by her Supernatural character's name, which I'm not gonna say who it is in case you haven't watched it or seen like who all is in like the cast wise. I don't want to spoil it too much. Like I was even at work, like the shift change. One of the people I love to work with in the morning was saying something to his. I mentioned something to him, and he mentioned something to his daughter who was the night manager. And I was like, yeah, like this act. I was like, oh yeah, there's an actor from Supernatural in there, but like, I was like, oh, it's one. She plays one of the female characters because she was one of the female characters in Supernatural, and she played a female character in Dead Boy Detectives. And like, I recognized her right away. I'm like, oh, man. But I also think she's in the trailer. And I totally passed what I needed. And I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't tell him who it was because I want him to figure it out find out on his own. But I'm like, I think it was the second episode she shows up in. So I told him that much. But I really liked the show. Like I cried on season 1 finale, but I also want to create like I'm into it so much that I want to create a fan fiction character for it. And like I have enough fan fiction characters, but I want to make somebody who's wait, I only need one. Who is I don't know, I just like to make characters. And I don't know, that kind of like brings out my creative side, I think. Creating characters. I've never like cosplayed or like did roleplay stuff, but well, I mean technically not really cosplay because I didn't like act as the character. But I did a couple times dressed up as Pikachu. And I guess I technically also did dress up as a Fortnite llama once. I think I did. I want to make sure I get this right. Okay. I think the rest of this we did. Right, I'm just gonna stock this stuff quick. Then I can probably talk easier. Yeah, so I was thinking about making a fanfiction character for Charles, a sister to Charles. But then she would have to be dead too, and I don't know if I want to make a ghost character because I want to make a living character who later dies and turns into a ghost. I could also, but then she would have to be kind of older, like an adult, or I might still give him a sister, but the character I would use would be his niece or nephew. Just because then they could look the same age, even though they technically aren't. I think Charles is 40, 50. He's been a ghost for like 40 or 50 years, something like that. I kind of like half paid attention. Well, I paid attention, but I was also playing Sims at the same time I was watching it. So, because I was testing out for myself what I want to do for my next Rags to Riches in my Let's Plays. But I was doing a little bit differently for myself. And so far, it's fun, but... Yeah, so I was playing Sims and watching Dead Boy Detectives. And I would, like, when it got good, like, I paused the game and just, like, kept watching the show or the scene. It's like... I was like, oh, or yay! And, like, I felt all of the emotions. I felt happy. I laughed. I felt sad. I got mad. But I really did like it. So like I said, I might create fan fiction characters and rewatch it again. But I also, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I can say like who my favorite characters are that are not the two main boys, Edwin and Charles. Because I did kind of like the Cat King. He was pretty cool. Nico. Like all of the characters, all of like the sort of main characters that have something to do with the plot show up in the trailer for the show. I liked, yeah, Cat King was Cat King and Nico. Like if you don't count Edwin and Charles, they were probably my two favorites. Jenny was pretty cool too, but I also didn't really like her too much. What's that one's name? Well, Edith, I think. No, not Edith. Whatever the witch's name was, I did not like her. Monty, I don't know if Monty showed up in the trailer, but I liked him. Even after, like, what happens to him. Both times. Yeah, I think, yeah, stuff happens to him a couple times. It's like, yay! And then when this other thing happened to him, I was like, no! Like, I was attached to him. His actor was pretty good. I also was thinking about doing a sibling to the Cat King. Like a sister or like an... I don't know if I want to do ex-girlfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Because I could see her being called Cat Queen. But I don't think that would be... I think that would be a bit much. I don't know. It also depends if it gets picked up for season 2, which I really hope it does. And not get canceled after season 2 like they did with Winx, because like they ended it on a cliffhanger. I mean, at least give it one more season to wrap the stuff up. Like, it's the least you could do when you're gonna cancel a show. Like, and there's things out that Netflix says they never cancel a successful show. But look at how many people are like, why'd you cancel it? Like, at least give it an ending like they're doing for Stranger Things. Like, they're finishing like all the plots and stuff at the end, like what, season 5? At least do that. And they technically did give Lucifer an end, which they also gave it new life after Fox canceled it. So there's that as well. Like they, yeah, at least, you know, give it an ending or like a movie to like, okay, these are like the main plots we want to finish up. The other ones we could just like refer to off, that they finish off camera or whatever. Like, at least do something and give us some sort of closure for any show. So like if Dead Boy Detectives doesn't get a season 2, which I know it would be a long time because it's really heavy on the special effects, but because I think they said they filmed the pilot in 2021 and it hasn't come out until 2024. Well, hopefully, back here, like if they do get a season 2, it'll probably take just as long to come out, but if they don't have a season 2, at least give us a movie or something. Or, well, I mean, it'd be kind of hard to give us a movie when each episode was already close to an hour long. So I guess maybe like half a season. Oh, they might as well just give us a season to wrap things up. With how, I mean, there was only like that I can think of like off the top of my head without. I'm not gonna say like what they are, but there's maybe like 4 things that they could introduce, or not introduce, but like explore in a season 2. I don't know if the other problems would arise, but knowing it has like supernatural elements to it, there will probably be something that happens. But I would want, if they do, I don't want to talk about like what I would want to see in a season 2 because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, considering it's only been out for a couple days now. But there's, yeah, I can't really say. But I really hope they do get a season 2 or something to like show us, you know, this is what the characters have been up to. This is like what they're gonna be doing, and then this is how their stories would end, or like at least the story is like on camera, because there could be a lot of stuff that happens to them off camera, but it's like no drama or anything. So what would be the point of showing it on camera? Type stuff. Like what's one of the shows? Trying to think what show it was that I've watched where they kind of gave it an ending, but kind of also left it up to our interpretation of what could happen. I don't know, there's actually kind of a couple of shows. Dollhouse for one, probably. They kind of gave it an ending, but also kind of didn't give it an ending. But didn't I order water? Oh, I didn't order it yet. Dollhouse. I know they had planned it for like 5 seasons, but they had to cut it short. So they only had 2 seasons. I did like that show, though. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I should. Actually, I'm gonna check for a second now that I'm talking about it. If I can find it on Vudu. Gonna suck, 'cause I have like my things in like, sort of alphabetical order. Oh, I do have it. Okay. I mean, that means I can watch it whenever I want. Let me actually. Oh wait, I didn't know that. Oh, that shows you how often I go on my Vudu for like the TV shows. I have the entire series of Angel, but I don't have Buffy. So actually, just give me a second here. I'll show you the show. I mean, so this show. I don't know if. Let me see if I can turn. Oh yeah, you can't see it that way. It's darker. The show Dollhouse. It was from 2009. There's actually some actors from other shows that I've seen like on that show. I actually don't have that many TV shows on here. Now that randomly talk off topic from the game. I have 1 episode of Destination Fear. Or one episode. And then I have the entire series of Fringe, Henry Danger, True Blood, Dollhouse, Vampire Diaries, Sleepy Hollow, Originals, Legacies, Angel, and then I have a season. First 3 seasons of Chucky before I had Peacock. Season. Wait. I think just season 1 of My Hero Academia. Season 1 of Preacher, which I would highly recommend that show. I really love that. I have like a couple episodes of Doctor Who on here. And then I have 87 movies on there. Which, like, if I go on there and I see a movie that's on sale, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get that. Even if it's on a streaming service, because you never know if they'll take it off a streaming service. And then I'll be like, okay, well, let me go on here. And then be like, oh, I feel like a horror movie. And then, so I have quite a few horror movies on there, which I usually save for Halloween. Unless it's It, the movie It, then I will watch it multiple times throughout the year. Or, I know there's a couple things I watched multiple times through there. Like, last year, the Once and Always Power Rangers special that came out. Last year alone, so from, April to December, I watched it maybe 6 times. So, I mean, that's not bad when you think about it. But okay, I need a diet soda. I'm gonna buy diet soda. But yeah, and some of them I might also reference in one of my fan fiction stories that I'm doing, where there's all not on. They're not in character, like, half the time. So it doesn't matter, like, how I write them. But I do try to get, like, as much in character as I can, while also trying to keep it funny. There's, I brought the wrong pizza. There is a couple that are kind of, well, one that's like a couple of them. They're self-absorbed in their looks, so I try to get that to come across in their dialogue. And one of them kind of flirt. Well, the way I'm writing him, and he did kind of happen in the show, did flirt. So I'm also having that happen. I forgot I could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna eat some more pretzel bites so they don't get too cold. I'm just gonna... Oh, this is a good spot. Just gonna sit there and... do that. Well, that guy bought a keg. He must be doing a lot of drinking. I really need to buy more freezer product, but I don't think I'm at high enough level yet. I'm gonna check. Right, so license. We're only at what, 53? We don't get another license till 56, so we're kind of stuck with possibly getting these. What's that? We would need 12 shelves. So really 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 24. And there's 4. Well, if there's 4, each one of these can have 4. We need 3. Right? Because 3 would be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eight. I mean, we have enough room if we get that cleaning products, but then they're gonna be all over the place unless I move. This back down. So if I do some cleaning products there and then some over here until we can get that back room opened up, and then we can just push this cleaning products back there. Like behind here, just I think that'll work. But we'll wait till end of day. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Yep, let me look at my notes here. Okay. It's like, did I have little notes of when I was gonna start, or when I'm gonna put some of my like current gameplays on hold for the streams. One of them is already on hold, Sims 4, because Boomy, which was our youngest sim, is a young adult, and I was gonna like pause it for the game for a little bit when he became a young adult, and then go back in. Hopefully another pack by then will come out. But I know like how I'm gonna play it when we get to it. Hopefully I remember. Hotel Renovator is gonna be on pause. Right. Today's Monday. Actually, I can mark that I actually kept this planned stream for today. Like when I'll write like my plans down for streams in my notebook here. Like a basic size notebook. I even wrote on the top random notes. Because it has stuff for my streaming, stuff for bills, stuff for fan fiction stuff for my own like Pal Worlds, whatever. Little drawings and stuff in here. And so I've been writing down my plans for streams on here, and I was trying to hold it with my knees. But let's see if I can pick it up without bending down here with my feet. Right. Ooh. Almost. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There we go. I got it. See? Alright. Ooh, there's a lot of people still need to check out. Alright, so yeah, I have Notes for my current week of streaming. Yeah, I don't have anything planned for Saturday, but I probably still will stream then. I do have the games like at least 3 games that I want to start up on this channel at least for the month, and then take like a month break from them, do them again in July, and then wait again until November probably, or see how well they are received before I would, pick them up again. Unless, oh, he couldn't find something. That's okay. That makes him go to a different store. But yeah, I have 3 games. One I want to possibly do on, according to my plans, on Thursday, but we'll also see how it goes, because I also want to get the other games to a stopping point, like a good stopping point where they could be paused for a little bit or not so much focused on. Supermarket Sailor is definitely in that list just because there's not too much to do other than open up licenses, which help it get more money to get more expansions. So, yeah, there's that. One I'm really excited for, I'm going to start on Mother's Day, assuming I can actually stream on Mother's Day. But yeah, I don't know if after today we'll probably pause Supermarket Simulator for a bit, just because, like I said, there's not too much we can do, if I'm being honest. We probably won't gain 3 levels today to open up the next licenses, so try to get the ones that we can. Chips. Actually, I'm just gonna go through all of them, all of the prices, because or just buy that. See, shelf. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's find a place for these guys first. This looks like it's dish soap. We're gonna put that there. Hand soap, I think we're gonna put over here. This I think I might put back here. And we'll have to find a place in the storage room to put all this too. Okay, this Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. My stepmom sometimes would refer to my dad as Mr. Clean because he was on the balder side, and Mr. Clean, has a purely bald head. And that was always funny. It's one of the things that makes me miss them both. See, now I'm going to get emotional on stream because I could tell I was starting to tear up from that. My dad's been... it's been 6 years for her and almost 4 years for him being gone. It's still... I still have a more emotional attachment to them than I did my biological mother, just because I barely... there are things I remember from her, but I don't remember a whole lot. Like, I don't remember the sound of her voice. Because it's been 22 years for her being gone. And Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that up here. But she's also, I would very positively say that she is the reason I am into video games. Because we will play video games together. Mainly Pokemon, and mainly Nintendo systems, but I would like to think if she was still here, we would be playing games on a laptop or Xbox or something. But then again, things might have changed as I had gotten older. So I, can't make those assumptions. But I mean, I would like to think that. I have to put some of this up. So this is gonna go down here. I'm gonna put paper towel on the top. Because we used to play on the Nintendo 64 and the NES, like the old school Nintendo systems. The classic stuff, the good stuff. And we used to have these like old, well, not old, but I also don't think they make them anymore. It was kind of like the shape of a Game Boy, where like it could fit in your pocket, but it also ran on batteries, and you needed to well, it had like where you could, it had like three games in like one system. So it was kind of cool for that. We each had one. And I would like to think like if she got a Game Boy, I probably would have got a Game Boy, or if you know. Yeah, I that's the only things like when I think of my mom, that's what I think of is how we played video games together. Don't really remember too much else. So that's yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll try to do like games dedicated to her. If that makes sense. See, I want to do another one of these. How did I do it for the potatoes? They all got one. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought now. So yeah, I think I might put hand soap up here. I don't know if we would like this game or not, like together. I feel like we played more multiplayer games, or like like the two-player games. We did play a lot of um uh like Pokemon Stadium. So I think one of our biggest ones that we played together. which I I remember. One of the things I remember playing, doing that with how we did it. So you can go against like your own. Sorry. Trying to figure out stuff here. These guys can. So what we did, like, we would do Pokemon Stadium, and if she was picking her Pokemon, I would look away and, like, I could see her Pokemon, but she would watch me pick my Pokemon. Like, I would be like, okay, or I think I could see her Pokemon. I don't remember, but like I would remember always taking a while to choose which ones because I want to make sure they had good moves. And I always, and even to this day, tried to make sure all my types were covered. So I always had a fire, I always had electric, I always had grass, water, like everybody. Everybody was on my team. Or everything. But I also tried to go with ones I liked. I probably often used Vulpix. I feel like I often used it. Either that or like Charizard. Because even now, like, well, especially now with being the introduction of dual types, Charizard would have been the bomb. Or like really good. I gotta put this away. Ah! No. I think we did Pokemon Puzzle League. I feel like I always beat her, but I do not remember. I still play that to this day. I don't know if we played the OG Pokemon Snap. I feel like we might have in the day. Okay, did I have to? Oh yeah, I did have to buy stuff. But I think before I forget, I'm gonna make sure everything is a good price. So I try to do that at least once a stream. Especially with buying new product, we have to make sure. I just realized I did it side by side, and here I did it like that. See? Side by side. Up and down. So after I already had it up, who cares? I'm not changing that. Oh, I still need more chips. Do I have chips in here? Or no chips? No. I don't need more chips. See, now that's gonna mess with my head. That's how I have that. So I need one of these. Two of those, okay. Come on. There we go. Alright, sorry. I'm like totally off topic now. So I have to do that. Where is the other one? Yeah, because, actually, no, I will keep it like that. Yeah, just screw it. I got those boxes out and now I'm like, nope, I don't care. I gotta make up my mind on that shit. I just thought, oh, that'll look nice. And then not realizing that's not how I had everything else. So we checked that, right? Okay, that's fine. Let me know if I skipped one. Because I probably did. Okay, toilet paper. 15.50. Hand soap. 25. 2.25. Whatever this is. Cleaner. $3. Dish soap. $20. Shampoo. I'm okay, so it's not really a cleaning product, but it could be like carpet shampoo. So $6. Bleach. $5. This stuff is good. Tea. That went down. I'm gonna go to $8. That's fine. Vodka. I actually could drink some vodka right now. But not while I'm streaming. Unless like eventually I do this like drinking, like how Sykkuno and them did Drunk Among Us, where they would, some of them were drinking. That'd be kind of cool to, well, not cool, but, and I wouldn't encourage drinking and video games, but unless you're with your friends and it's something like you're doing together and you're doing it and you're drinking responsibly, like it's completely fine. How come I can't? No, that's not even. I'm sorry, I'm getting like sidetracked here. Okay. No, that's even. Alright, so I think we did up to here, right? So let's go here. $9 is fine. That's pretty good. I should probably also check. Well, I can't get that, do the price on that one if I don't have anything on that shelf. So I'm gonna get 4 of those. I'll lower the price on that one a bit. That's still fine. Okay. Yeah, that's fine too. Now let's put this away so then they can stock that. Okay, I could have sworn I could have heard music, but I don't think it's coming from in cam. Okay, we got that there. So that's peanut butter. I'm gonna lower that. Okay, that's $6 is not too bad. 7. Potatoes. And more potatoes. Spaghetti. Rice. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Wait. Oh yeah, that's crab legs over there. $4.99. Okay, that's good. Okay. 250. Why does that one seem taller? Is that one not in the back all the way? That wasn't back all the way. You notice one is off, then all of them are off because you do one based on the other. Oh. It's taking like very specific. Right, there we go. Now I'm gonna go all the way back here. 325 is pretty good. $4. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's decent enough. The butter doesn't really move in price that often. I'm just gonna put that down to 850. These don't change too much either. I'm pretty sure I checked these. Alright, so now I'm gonna drink some more caffeine and then we'll order a bunch of stuff that we need out in here. Okay. Do we need... Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna start with freezer products today. Actually, I'm gonna put these up here. Do we need chicken and fries? Okay, and I'm gonna get a bunch of potatoes. You saw that too, right? It just... I can do it. To the ground. No, now I remember why I don't stream after work, because even though I've only been streaming for just over an hour, I can tell I'm tired. Then again, it is also 9:30 at night for me, because that could also explain it. And I still have to write my journal today. I was gonna write in it before I stream, but then I probably was gonna be like, oh, well, now I don't want to stream. And I told myself today multiple times that all of the crap that's going on at work and all of the things I'm feeling because of it, I need to redirect those feelings into something that either I'm passionate about, or that can either distract me mentally, or just use that energy on something that's a much better way to spend my time. So that's why I'm streaming today, or this late, because I feel like streaming is a better way to spend my time than being anxious and sulking about all the stuff that's going on at work. So I decided that it's not gonna affect... Oh, I'm gonna try to not let it affect me as much and just go and just do the streaming stuff. I do need these guys. Okay, so we're in fridge items. Is this the bacon or ham? I think that's the prosciutto. This thing. that's right here. I mean, I'm still with work. Like, I still want to look for another job, but I'm not gonna let it rule what I'm doing right away. Like, I still want to redirect that energy and that anxiety to something else. And I know that will take practice, but why not just start doing that today? I mean, and it also does help that I do write in a journal, which was actually part of my New Year's resolution, and I'm surprised 100 and however many days into the year, like, I'm still keeping it up. Right. So we need regular soda. Orange juice and eggs. What do we need? 8 and the mini. And butter. And tuna. Let's go down here. And this. Oops. Spaghetti. Is it technically pasta? When I have most of the stuff stacked, we'll do another day. But I feel like we only do a few days at a time on stream, which, well, at least right now, because it's, you know. But you know what? I'm okay with that. At least I'm still playing the game. Still having fun. Well, sort of. Ah, scary man. Don't tell him I said he's scary. I mean, he's kind of scary looking. Oops. Spaghetti. Yeah, my mind just like, oh, last week Wednesday I was with my big sister from Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and I don't know if I talked about it on stream or not, but I'm gonna be cat sitting for her near the end of the month when she is going out of town with her daughter. They're doing a, like, I think it's like a midweek trip or something. And I know she only asked me because she recently broke up with her boyfriend and who of like 15 plus years. I think it was at least 15 years. And he usually would watch her cats, but she said she didn't want to ask him considering how fresh the breakup is, which I totally understand, even though I've never been. Well, I mean, I've been through breakups, but nothing as long as that. Not even close. But like I she also plays video games and stuff, so occasionally, not like I do. But she like when we were talking on Wednesday, that conversation was just going through my mind. That's why I kind of like went quiet and then just randomly started kind of talking about it. Like I feel kind of, I don't want to say honored, but like I feel good, like knowing like we've known each other for 23 years maybe. So it's been quite a long time since like we've known each other. And this is the first time where she asked me to like watch her cats, and it also means I'm gonna be in her like it's gonna be the first time I've been in her house by myself. Which I've cats sat for other people before, like, you know, changing litter boxes and making sure they ate and whatnot, but first time I've done it for her. And that, you know, that feels good. Like I'll probably stop there like after work those days and do that. So I don't know if those, I actually don't know if that week is one of the weeks I plan on streaming. Let me see. That's actually a week that I don't plan on streaming too much. And I just realized the weeks that I kind of plan on streaming a lot are also my payday weeks. So, yay for money. I should rephrase that. Yay for money if I had more hours at work. I need more than 26. I think I need... Was that big bread I needed? Okay. And milk. Because I like having my 29 plus hour work weeks. I mean, this week I would have had 28, but I gave up 2 hours. Just because I felt like, well, why should I fight for hours and like work if like fight for the hours that I want, knowing like the people know that do the schedule, knowing I need them for my bills that don't give me the hours. I mean, and I can afford my bills. It's just because I always make sure they're paid before I like buy stuff for myself. It's just I would like to buy stuff for myself. And yeah. And that's I think also one of the reasons I said yes to cat sitting is because she started off as like, so how would you like to make some extra money? And I already I'm like in my head, yes, I want extra money. Please give. Like I honestly would watch her cats for free. Cause she does so like in the whole like 20 plus years like I've known her, she's done so much for me. Like she's been there when my mom passed away, when my dad passed away, when my stepmom passed away. When I got my job, all this drama through work, when I graduated high school, my sweet 16, like all those milestones, like she like not necessarily was like present, like physically there, but I knew like if I needed someone to talk to, like I could be like, hey, you know, can we talk? Or, you know, like she would be there for me. So she's, and this is gonna sound really sad. She's more, well, I don't know if it's really sad, but kind of sad when you really think about it. She's more of a sister to me than my own sisters. And she is older than both my sisters. But then again, she also lives in the same town I live in. Was actually there for me, like, had like, I don't know, it's not necessarily, I don't know if it's more like a sister. I feel like it's like, honestly, I could refer to her like legitimately as a sister. But she's also like a maternal figure, because that was around when she came into my life. That was around the time like when we got paired together from the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program. That was around the time my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and she passed away maybe a year or two after. And she stayed in, my big sister stayed in my life and is still in my life. And they don't always, like the big siblings from the program don't often, well, I actually honestly don't know outside of my situation. But I feel like they don't often contact the littles, which are like the little siblings, after they turn 18, like on a regular basis. And since we kind of like reconnected after when my dad was sick 4 years ago or 5 years ago, we've maybe got together like when he was actually sick. We would, or like that first year when he was gone, it was like every month we would do something together. And it's like every other month, roughly. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, can we go and do this? Or, oh, would you like to, do this? Like, I had asked her, or I had sent something. I forgot what are we doing. Okay, we're doing shelf products. Or no, we're going backwards. Okay. That I was like, oh, could we maybe, do this on my, for like sometime in January, like, and we went to this boba tea place out of town, and I had never been there. Neither one of us had been there before, and the drink was really good. And I mean, I could probably go there by myself, but I don't often go out of town by myself unless it's go to Crumbles Cookies, because that's the one I feel most comfortable going out of town for. But yeah, she's been there for me through a lot of shit. And she's given me lots of advice. And whenever we get together, we like, if it's for lunch or for breakfast or what, dinner, she pays for my meal. So like once in a while, like when we go out of town to Golden Corral, which my favorite buffet place ever, that I would pay for hers. So I think back in December we did like out of town Christmas shopping. And I was like, here, like, lunch is my treat. Like, you often, I even said, like, you buy me a lot of meals. Like, let me buy you a meal for once. Like, whenever we do stuff together and she pays for a meal, I like 95% of the time try to go for, like, the cheaper option. Because, it's like, I didn't ask for her to pay for my meals. And yes, like, she does. Like, I want to, give back to her sometime, So, like, if she didn't even ask, hey, do you want to make extra money? I still would have been like, yeah, sure, I'll cats it for you. Because she's done so much for me. Like, I would have done it for free. Like, I don't know if she's gonna do the gift cards. Like, so last time I sat for somebody was one of my coworkers, and he gave me a gift card to Starbucks, I believe. And he hasn't asked me to cat sit in a while, but now he only has one cat. She has 6. So it's like, I know what I'm doing. She just has to be like, okay, this is where the food, like, has to show me, like, where the stuff is, because I normally don't, like, watch her. Like, with all that. And I know my way around our house. It's 2 floors if you count the basement. So it's like, I'm not like I'm gonna get lost. And it's really close to my job, so, like, I could be there in, like, 2 minutes. And... like, it's... yeah, like, honestly, I would do it for free. And I think I said something like, oh, give me time to cuddle, let me cuddle with some cats. And what I'm gonna do, too, is I've done this with my, coworker, is when the last time I cat sat for him was, like, 2 years ago. And I had pictures of his cats. And then I would send him pictures of the cats, like, afterwards. Well, I would watch them more during the day, and I'm going through hers at night, because she has somebody watching them during the day. Although I would watch them during the day, too, but, you know, she already has the day person come through. But like, I plan on taking pictures of her cats then. Because, well, multiple reasons. One is when she first moved into that house like 15 years ago, she only had 2 cats. One, and then she adopted 2 more, and I think one of them had passed away. And I did not tell her that I had pictures of the one that passed away. So when it came to Christmas, I had printed out the pictures of the cat that passed away, put them in a memorial picture frame, and give it to her for Christmas. And when I was there on Wednesday, I noticed it on one of her shelves. I'm like I felt good that, you know, she actually wanted that. Like, she kept it. And I did something similar with my coworker. The one, he had a cat that passed away not too long, like a couple days after Christmas. And his birthday is like a month after Christmas. It's like a week before mine. It's in January. So, and I had pictures of his cat that had passed away. So I did the same thing. I put the cat frame, or the picture, in a frame and gave it to him for his birthday. But I told him, do not open this at work. Like, I told him it's not work appropriate. And he's like, oh no. And I told him that I told your daughter, I said her name though, that, you know, this is, you know, something that you should wait till you get home to open. And she's like, yeah, it's not bad, don't worry, like. And he said thank you. He liked it. I haven't been to his house since Christmas. Did we go? Yeah. We usually did some on Easter, but I had I was not scheduled. Yeah, I had off, but his daughter had to work, and they just didn't do anything on Easter. I ended up picking up a shift at work anyway. But yeah, like, I don't mind cat sitting, especially when somebody's done something for me. Like, he's even done stuff for me. I was not expecting for him that time to, like, pay me to watch his cats until, you know, he gave me the gift cards and stuff, which I thought was really nice of him. I think the first time was I don't know if they have them. Actually, I'm gonna see if they have other. Well, there's another coffee place near us called Big B Coffee. Let me see if they are other locations from. Locations. I just want to see if there's locations other than... I'm just going to go by 100 miles. There's some in Michigan. So it's a Midwest thing because it's, I think, only Michigan and Wisconsin. So people outside of those two states probably don't know what I'm talking about. But it's this, like, a sort of a fast food coffee place that's, I want to say, more expensive than Starbucks. At least for the things I get. And I usually only get, like, one drink and a sandwich whenever I go. Ah, not that one. Hey, why do I do that? But I think the first time he gave me a gift card to the Big B coffee place. And the second time was Starbucks. And that second time, so it was when my ex-roommates was living with me, which it's been a year since they moved out and still have not cleaned up their stuff. Like, I went upstairs today where they rented the room. I counted like at least 3 garbage bags. Oh, dozen plus empty soda cans of Monster that they left around. Didn't bother throwing out. Look, I could go talk about that some other day, but so the last time I cat sat for him, I had my ex roommates living with me, and I think I had off like 1 or 2 of those days that he had also had off. So I brought my laptop and stuff with me, and I got to his house before he was leaving. And I basically just sat there the whole day with my laptop. And I used his Wi-Fi. I think I was playing Sims. I don't think I was streaming yet. Like, this is like maybe 6 months before I started streaming. And like, it felt so good to get out of my house, away from my then roommates. And I could pet cats, like, and I had remember going to Quick Trip, and I got some food that I used, like, the sandwiches. I used his microwave to, like, heat up the sandwiches and, whatever. And just kind of, sat there for a while, and then I left, I think before it got dark. Or too dark out. And it was nice to just, sit there without having to worry about the stinkiness of my then roommates and all the other crap that, I would have had to go through with them. But yeah, like I said, like, I didn't expect him to, like, well, I didn't, like, when he was like, oh, when you want to watch him, I'm like, I would have been, yeah, sure, like, no problem. Like, he didn't have to say, oh, I'll pay you for me to say yes. Like, and my big sister didn't have to say that she'd pay me for me to say yes. I would have just done it. Like, when I'm that close to people where they ask me to do something, or like, oh, can you do this? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like, I don't expect them to pay me back. Like, I don't care. We're like that close. It's like we're family. Like, I don't care. Or like, so my big sister's daughter, this is sort of on topic. She collects Monopoly games. And I'll often go to Goodwill and I'll find Monopoly games. I never expect for her to pay me back for the Monopoly games, but she's always like, oh, how much was it? I was like, oh, here you go. It's like, okay, but like, I don't care if you pay me back for them. Like, you've done so much. Like, I want to say, you guys have done so much for me over the, like, majority of my life. You do not have to pay me back for these things. Like, It's like $4 here, $4. Like, I think the most expensive. I got her like 2 Monopoly games. One was like brand new. I think I paid like $6 or $7 for it. It's like, you know, a couple dollars here and there doesn't even begin to add up to help, like, to pay back for all the stuff that she's done for me. Not even in a monetary value, but just like emotionally, like, and just being there. She's probably one of the people that outside of my family that I've known the longest who is still there for me. And I think, like, even the friends, like, the best friends I've had, I was always like, oh, you know, we're going to be friends. Like, we're going to be those old grannies in the nursing homes doing braces with our wheelchairs down the halls. And then drama happens, and then I don't talk to them anymore. It's happened with 3 different friends. Where I always thought, and all of them I met in high school. It's like, I always thought, okay, you know, we're going to be best friends for, like, forever. And, you know, we're not. And that's really sad. But knowing I have at least one person who is going to be there for me, whether it's to help me through whatever drama's going on or, you know, whatever, that, you know, it's, I want to be able to, and for someone who's been in my life for, well, did I say like 21-ish years now? Like, there's no, like there's no way I can, there's no way I think in my life that I could pay her back for everything that she's done for me. Not, you know, not that I have to, but like, I feel like I should at least reciprocate, like, at least some of the stuff that she's done for me, you know? And that's, you know, that's how I'm feeling about that, you know? Like, right, I don't want to end the stream on like a deep thought like that, because I do want to maybe save the stacking and stuff for next time, or just do it off stream. I honestly don't know. But I might end the stream there. I actually want to check something here. Actually, give me a second. I want to see if this works. Okay, that didn't work. Alright, let me try it on here then. On this. Okay, this one is hell of a lot faster. Alright, so here. So I'm just checking something, see if I can get this to show up. Okay, that's weird. It's showing up on this end. Okay, there it is. So if you're watching it, that little link that just showed up is, I don't know if it's in chat, but if you're watching this on YouTube, that link that just showed up on the screen in the chat that it said I sent is my Discord link, because I have a Discord. Not that, you know, people use it. I don't barely use it, so I mean, sorry, I had like an itch, so that's why I had to do that. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna let the boys stack while I'm talking. but I think I'll like stock the stock room off stream question mark. I don't know why I said the punctuation, but yeah, like I know it's a short-ish stream and we're doing like just chatting right now. I feel like I want to do like the chatting while I'm doing games because I don't have enough of an audience to do just like a thing where I'm just chatting, because honestly I don't have that much to chat about except for like work drama. Except for this weekend, I might try to do like a vlog, see how well that goes, because I want to do stuff on the Comic-Con, you know. But yeah, like my life's kind of boring outside of video games, so there's gonna be some days where I don't talk about my life, don't really talk about stuff outside of the games, or outside of streaming stuff or TV shows, but I do like to talk about TV shows. And I can talk about TV shows and movies for hours. Well, maybe not hours, but well, maybe it depends on this what ones I'm talking about. But yeah, so sorry, I'm still getting used to streaming and talking to you guys. So I know a lot of the times when I'm talking like this, I'll like start a sentence, but then I'll kind of drift off to a different one. But I promise, the more I talk to you guys, the more you guys want to talk to me. I'll get better at that. I promise. And I know in a few years, fingers crossed, I'm still streaming. I really hope I am. That fingers crossed that I look back at these streams and it gives me cringe. I really hope that happens. I don't purposely try to give myself cringe, but it's same with my writing. I can look back at stuff I've written like years ago, and then I cringe at it. It's like, oh no, why did I do that? Like, you know. There's even a part of a fan fiction chapter was uploading to Wattpad that I had on the fan fiction website that I took out an entire scene because I'm like, why did I put that in there? Like no, so I just took it out. Like I wasn't gonna keep it in there. I should actually add that to a link to in my little to this background, because I don't know, it just makes sense to do that. Okay, I exited out of the game, by the way. Because you don't, I might replace, like, if TikTok does get banned in the US, I might replace the TikTok thing with the Wattpad thing, and maybe the fan fiction right above it. Because I want to write more. So, like, that's another thing. I want to put my anxiety and the energy that's coming from work, I want to redirect that into the writing. Yeah. I should probably gonna hop off in a minute, but as of right now, tomorrow's stream is gonna be a hotel renovator. It's gonna be part 4. That I think will be the last part for a little bit, because like I said, I do want to sorry, like my shirt is one of my favorite shirts. Like I'm trying to put some games that I can put on pause while I do other games for next month, which I'm excited for. Hopefully you guys will like them, because I love these games. And I really want to do some Nintendo 64 games, but I don't know which games yet. I do have 1, 2, 3, 12 that I can play right now. And most of them, I think, are Pokemon games. But, oh, actually, I just give myself an idea. I will not say, oh, actually, I'll say it on stream. So, I might try to get a GameCube. I don't know if my HDMI, like, capture card thingy will work for that. The HDMI, like, hookup like converter that I have for my 64. I don't know if that'll work for the GameCube. I think it should. And then I can get XD Gale of Darkness, like the other Pokemon games for that. Because some of the, like Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness are some of my favorite older Pokemon games. Besides Pokemon Puzzle League and Pokemon. Actually, I think that's like even including like pre like Ruby and Sapphire. That's probably my yeah. See, now I'm talking about video games, but Pokemon games specifically. But yeah, I'm gonna make myself stop the stream before I just keep rambling on. Unless you guys want to see more of that, let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna be streaming in like 12 hours again, so I'm gonna hop off and finish my pretzel bites, maybe watch some YouTube or something before I go to bed. And we'll stream tomorrow and Wednesday, I believe. I do have a possible 4-hour stream planned. I mean, it'll probably be around 4 hours. But I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you, if you're not watching it, you're probably not watching it to this part because the average watch time is like 14 seconds on YouTube. But if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know down below in the comments what you want to see on this channel, what you want me to do, and what you would like to see more of in Supermarket Simulator. I almost called it Supernatural. If you're watching this on Twitch, please check out the Discord, leave any suggestions in there, or hop onto YouTube, leave suggestions there as well. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. The same name should be my Wattpad, so if you want to read any of those stories, that'll be there as well. And maybe if we get enough followers, I might read some fan fiction on stream at some point. Depending on what ones I really like. But yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good night or a good day, depending on when you're watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, everybody.